Good evening and welcome to Edessa, the Dark Crusade, Season 2. Tonight, we start, actually not in Edessa proper, but Timeraan, the city, small city that is hosting a small, well, actually a grand Elysium, and pretty much everyone in Edessa is invited to swing by, if they are not necessitated in showing up, but most of them have been invited. And one of them, who've been hiking, yeah, as soon as he could, he began to make his way. And, well, he's arrived. There is a there's a fortress or a castle that is clearly where there's some festivities and some things happening. And Garland will. It won't take that long for Garland to find out. Like he is greeted at the gate, and it's quite clear that there is a certain lookout, and you'll get directed to that there's a certain person you speak to, and I mean there is a lot of security, a lot of guards, but um, as you come up to the house or to the castle, at some point you will be you'll be met by a person you've seen before. Madeline is, she's not pacing around. She's just she's just chatting with some of the guards. These men, they seem to enjoy her presence quite a lot, actually. But she at some point will just turn and she'll just look and she'll just finish her conversation. You'll hear the end of it, and she'll say something like, "Oh, I do believe that you must get back to your duties. A very good evening, gentlemen." And she nods to them and makes her way, and she begins to approach you.
Then, Madeline, it's good to see you.
Likewise, please spend some time. How are you holding up?
I'm doing rather well for myself these days. And you?
I'm here on a joyous occasion, enjoying this place. I am quite good, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you're very welcome then. And Garland will begin kind of looking about this area. Hmm. This is a wondrous structure that they have provided for us for this wondrous occasion.
Why, it is not only for this occasion. There are quite a few other, but thank you. I do believe that your host will be most appreciative.
I would be honored if he would do so.
Do what exactly?
Appreciate my compliment.
Oh, well, of course. So, you are comfortable. You have arrived without a horse, I suppose, but I should not pry. It is unbecoming. Please, come. And she will walk. She will just walk up to the guards, like they just let her in, and you will be let in with her. And she will just say, let me be the first to welcome you.
Thank you, Madeline.
Of course,
Uh,
we should always observe the rules, as anywhere else. The certain rules apply, of course.
yes. At this point, the general rule of hospitality of being a guest in such a place.
But
Hmm.
you say you have been doing well. But
Yes, I was able to accomplish some tasks that were given to me, so I'm rather happy with that. Though there have been a few instances of, in my case, displeasure of the outcome, but nothing that will hinder me too greatly.
well, at the moment you are doing better than poor Nassim.
Hmm.
Nagasi, you have heard
Yeah.
of his troubles, I assume?
Yes, it is so unfortunate that he has broken our much sacred covenants and his actions, and he has been reduced to such a lower station. A great pity.
Well, I would also say the same matter that he was perhaps a bit careless, having old enemies finding you. Bringing everyone around you in danger is, I suppose, if he believes himself that he was indeed free of such problems, I suppose he had laid it to rest, but one should be certain of such things. Unless, to most people around, you may think yourself completely free of a problem, but well, one should be very careful to complete certain things and not let any loose ends when certain matters are being considered.
He has been dealt with, and the complications he brings due to his carelessness will be dealt with. And we'll see sure to that as a a useful hand to our great sheriff in the city of Odessa. But until we gather more information about what exactly his past have brought to Odessa that we must clean up now, we must simply wait and be observant. But I find it most distasteful, as far as I know, the Gangrel and the Bruges. They have not been the best of companions within the city. I feel this will be bring unnecessary stress amongst us.
A breach of the silence is troubling for most people. It will flare up certain tensions, and with the war going, well, it was not what was needed. That much is quite certain. But let us not dwell on such troubles. I am a bit sorry for bringing it up, I must say. This is a grand opportunity for us to relax, to
Hmm.
socialize, mingle. Please come with me. And you're not walking into the, well, not really into the to the castle proper. You are getting through a little of it, but mostly you're just being let into what is essentially a fairly big garden. And I mean, they are everywhere. Like, there are gardens, but it tends to be like the nobility and the more wealthy to have them. It's not that normal and also requires space. But yeah, Madeline will just lead you into what is essentially a garden, and she will just, well, this is one of the quieter places. There is some lighting here. There are a couple of torches. It's not scary. Like it's they're somewhat, well, measured, and they're not like in your face, so you can walk and you can walk and talk, and there's no, like, you're not getting anywhere near them. Not in any danger sense near them.
Garland will nod about the same, but said these gardens are beautiful. Though I must ask, who else would be here from Odessa tonight, or hopefully in the past days? Have you heard anything?
Well, I believe that quite a few have been invited. I would think that certain people will come. I do hope to see Joanna. Pretty much anyone will want to show up. Of course, there are certain things that this city, with its proximity to Odessa, will provide those who are friends of this prince. But then again, it is not always. People have the time. It is a luxury. We have so many things we must see to, all of us. But it will last the rest of the month, so perhaps people will find time eventually.
Garland will nod. That's it. I just and looking past some of the hedges and the flowers. I hope plans were here that are, well, not ours, but the new prince of the city will be hospitable to our needs.
He has more than one thing he needs to watch out for that takes his attention, that stability and, well, the well-being of all those around him. That is his primary concern.
I I would hope so. What?
I must ask, do you doubt that?
He and I haven't had the best relationship, so I can only say that I'm wary.
I must apologize, but I would give you the benefit of the doubt to hope that you had not misspoken again, but apparently that might be the case. She shoots you. Well, it is a smile, but like she's a little interested to hear, like, She looks a bit interested at him. Just looks at you for a moment.
I. It's not much of a story I prefer to tell, though I appreciate your curiosity of the matter. But I shouldn't let my feelings towards him color his professionalism within the Elysium.
Your personal feelings. Might I ask why you would even hint at those? If they might be in conflict with a productive relationship.
I prefer honesty when I speak to others, though I know what things I should and should not say. And there's nothing wrong stating that I have had conflict with an individual. It'd be wrong to express the conflict in a way that would possibly put something in bad taste of others.
I would say that it remains to be seen whether or not you really have a keen eye for knowing what to say, but well, that is my personal feelings. He goes over to some rose bushes. They're obviously like the petals or the heads of flowers are closed at this point since it's nighttime. But there are some flowers that are not like open and closed. And she will go over to some of them and just smell them, and you can see that like she takes in the whole smell of it and just stands there, appreciates them for a moment. She will just oh, were you much of a person for flowers in your mortal days?
Never much had the time for them. I know about a little bit of vegetable farming, but plants made for more aesthetic things I know very little about, if nothing at all.
You should take more time out to do so. It'd be an absolute shame. So much beauty, so many things that you would miss. You have not a lot of time now.
Yes, they are beautiful to behold at times. I don't think my gaze is necessary for them to be appreciated.
You will miss them.
Surely there are many others who would have a better keen eye of those things than I. I'm merely a servant to Courier.
I would say that you give yourself a bit of purpose. Oh well, my advice would be to appreciate flowers. They are not only beautiful, but there's a certain amount of knowledge one can gaze from these things, from gardening in general. But of course, not all of us have time for it.
You are a woman of great wisdom, so I will heed what your statement is, Madeline.
I appreciate it. No, I cannot. eh, I will admit that you, along with there are very few of us that truly appreciate installations, let me see, such as this, and she just gestures around to the garden. It is quite a lot different and more, Friend, well, in the day, a few times I saw this as a mortal during the day. It is quite the sight to behold. That I will agree with you on, but there's still much to be gathered, many things to be appreciated, especially a person like yourself, given your family. You are able to appreciate them even if there were uh, no torches at all. You would still be able to appreciate them.
Garland nods at the statement,
There's so
and
many of us. Oh, sorry. Right.
as you were speaking, Ron will kind of look at the sky, particularly if the moon is out. In a minor bit of a daze or more of a kind of a lost in thought moment, and till bring up. So, I don't know if this may be an appropriate question to ask, but I have to ask: do we ever miss it?
What exactly?
As Garland is looking at the moon, the sun.
In a certain way, I believe we all do. It was so natural for us, for many of us, maybe not exactly a lifetime, but seem to be now only a fleeting moment. But nevertheless, yes, I do believe those of us, those of us who would truly say that do not miss it, are lying either to themselves or people around them. Yes, I do miss it. I think everyone does. I do believe that maybe we have not appreciated the sunrise before, but it's only truly when something is taken away from us, our freedom, the ability to watch something completely, we truly miss it. Were we ever able to see the sun again? Well, would we truly appreciate it? I believe so. The fact that we can no longer see it is means that it is denied to us. It's denied. Well, we want it.
There are many things that are denied to us now with our changes. And I have to say, that one bothers me the most when I
Oh,
was mortal.
also,
There were times when there wasn't enough work to do around the farm and I had no dealings to do within my village. There would be times where I'd simply bathe in the sun like a cat. I appreciated those times. I don't really have it anymore.
sunbather. Well, I cannot say that I had much time in my mortal life. Well, yes, but I never had time to leisure around. Too much of a struggle to make sure that I could eat.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's not. It's not all of the time. The last fairly different part of my mortal existence was somewhat educational to as you won't try to be hungry, of course, but true hunger. True hunger is quite something else.
He, I'm not. Well, Lady Madeline, unfortunately, there are there are some things I'd like to do within the city since we're in such a new place. I like to accomplish while I'm enjoying the Elysium. But I am sorry that I have to leave you.
That's quite all right. I could spend hours here. She looks around. And pardon me, but you will not, I do not believe that you will be leaving me alone, really. I will be in very good company.
I'm glad that you are. Now, if you would excuse me. And Garland will do a minor bow to Madeline.
She curtsies to him. Oh, and you might see Nagasi before I do to give him my very best wishes.
Yes, Madeline. I'll make sure to relay the message to him.
Thank you very much. He should know that he has not entirely forgotten. Despite his current predicament.
Yes, Madeline. And
Very much.
with that, Garland will begin following the path that you guided him through back into the other parts of the fortress.
Okay. I mean, as you leave, like it's manageable to get out, and you can. And with that, the first meeting of the Elysium will come to a close. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.